Hello and welcome. Welcome to this new now moment. It is an honor for me to welcome you into my home, into my presence, and it's an honor also for me to be in your presence as we enter into this space together. I had such a beautiful vision that was unfolding in my landscape that I had to share with you as soon as the words appeared. The ABC of sovereignty. And I felt so joyous when I heard those words. And simultaneously, I asked myself, isn't that too plain, too playful? And I thought, no, it is joyous. It's easy to remember. And it is what you already know. And I'm very aware of that. And therefore I thought, is this to be shared? And the reason why the pull was so strong and the message so loud to share is the letter that follows after that, A, B, C, D, is exactly where the shift has occurred for me. And that is exactly the reason for me sharing this. And as I saw that, there was this in me. And the reason for that is way back as I started to walk towards the center on my path, I always had this question at the back of my mind. How can the teaching be simple? Like when we learn how to talk and to count, and we learn our ABCs. And I think the seed was already planted then. And so it came into being earlier. So let me first start with what is the ABC. A is awareness. B is beingness. And C is consciousness. The first three steps that bring a direct experience of, yes, I'm home. And the D that has created that moment for me as that vision appeared, and the simplicity thereof, was when I was shown that I'm still looking at different dimensions. So the D is for dimensions. I often hear conversations around the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. And I remember the first time when I shared that concept with my husband then, he said to me, but dimensions is just measurements from one place to another, which creates a line. If you make another line and you connect it, it creates a triangle. And if you make a fourth point and you connect that, it's a fourth dimension. And if you connect this, it becomes fifth dimension and sixth dimension. And he showed me all of that. And I thought to myself, wow, that is really bringing a different perspective to me at that time. And this morning, I realized I had this vision, and all of a sudden I just saw all these lines coming to one place, to the center. And from that place, I usually say across all dimensional directions. And DD, I only also know what that now is. And the other thing, I've seen it also many times before, but it really landed this morning. If you look horizontally like this, and you only change one perspective like this, vertically, just that one movement, or like this, can shift everything. Because if you look at it from this place, it's just a center. And that was the shift for me. It used to be here, then it went there, and now it is there, in the center. And as soon as I saw that, I simultaneously saw this. All dimensions. The source of all dimensions is in the center. The source of all it is in the center. If this is the first time you hear anything from me, when I speak about source, the source of, implicitly in it is God, goddess, creation, divinity, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit, the Great Spirit, the universe, the cosmos, Sophia. It is all one, as is all dimensions is one. And the origin of it all is in that one center, the place and the space of grace. The center of our sovereign compass. That liquid, living, light, fluid plasma of our divine parents, from which all of creation was birthed. And in that is all the qualities of sovereignty. In that place of grace, that is where our sovereign essence resides, in the center. And that brings me then to the first ABC, the A, awareness. to be aware of self as the sovereign essence that simultaneously flows out in all dimensional directions. Weaving and breathing through the whole cosmos, through all of creation, simultaneously. It's always present. It is always here and now. The word now has been popularized. And that's perfect because there's therefore awareness of now. And as I was receiving this vision, I realized in the center of all awareness, that is where eternity, eternally so flows from and through in the now, always in the now. There's no other place. And so there was two pictures that arose. The one was or is this liquid sphere, just liquid, pure plasma, crystalline, living love, living light. And the other one is one where all these lines are drawn. And as I looked at it, I realized that in these lines there is you take a circle and you like you when you when you cut a cake. There's this cake and you cut two and you take a slice. So you are taking a piece away from the whole. And therefore the cake is not whole anymore. So as soon as you cut it into different dimensions, which that dimension is a triangle of the cake. If you take that dimension out, the cake's not whole anymore. For the cake to be whole, it needs to have all the dimensions in fullness, in wholeness, in completeness. And as I shared in the Sovereign Compass transmission, is there where dimensions are indicated or times are indicated from Monday to Sunday and January to December, from 1 to 24, you know, when that is there in lines are formed and only focused on one of those places, there's not a whole focus or awareness on the wholeness, on the oneness. And therefore, when we take January to December, and I share with you on the 5th of January, I went on a trip. What does that story create? It puts me in a time frame, in a place, and it takes me out of the now. Because my energy and awareness is going to the 5th of January on that specific timeline in a third dimension. So what does all of that do? It takes me out of this the fullness of the the real presence here. And the same can go to December. In November, or the 5th of November, I'm going to go for a drive to the next city. And we start putting energy into the excitement of that trip, etc. What does that do again? It takes me out of the now moment, the fullness of the now moment. I'm thinking of then now, but it takes me out of the fullness of the now moment, the whole present moment. When I give my energy to past or future, which doesn't exist. The only thing that is real and exists is this now present moment. Another way to look at it, if I ask us, let us go to the 5th of January when I had this walk in the mountain. Can we walk to the 5th of January now? No. Can I look of a photo I've taken on that date? Yes, but I'm looking at it in the present moment and everything that's captured there. And therefore, all that energy is evoked. But all of that takes me out of full awareness. So if you take that globe that I've shared just now with all the lines, and on that globe, here is the 5th of January. So here I was. Now I move out of my fullness and wholeness and centeredness. I move out of it and I put myself on that globe and I stand on that place and give energy to that. And in doing so, creating this whole experience there, which is not in my heart field. And to also then include in my centeredness, in your centeredness, in our center, where we always stand and emanate out into the fullness and wholeness of our physical body. If we do that and emanate that out, we fill the here and now fully. And as we do that, let's make an example now. As we do that, if you stand in the center of your heart field, that simultaneously emanates out in all directions and dimensions around you, dimensionally. So, that's who we are. The eternal, ever-present field or emanation of consciousness, of awareness, of beingness. All of that is one. And let's make it easier. So in this moment, what is here? Here's curtains, here's pictures, here's a chair, here's a body, here are thoughts in the mind, there's emotions in the body, there's sensations in the body. So you do the same for you. Everything that's around you in your room, you'll be aware of outside you and inside. Be aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your sensations. One by one, let's just play a bit, just one by one. Remove each one of that. So take that one away, take that one away, take that one away. Take your thoughts out, emotions out, sensations out, chair out. You're still here. You're still here. And here is the whole cosmos. And then the mind said, but no, I'm not. Yes, the pictures are still here. The house is still here. The body is still here. Yes, but if you look deeper to the sovereign essence of your being and the emanation that comes from that moves your body, that is who you are. And the analogy that I would love to share, because it's so real to me, is I have until this moment removed thoughts as they came up, and it's been a moment. It's been a moment. Let's use language that's familiar. Old beliefs, old concepts, old constructs. Like a house. Take a house. Here's a house, because that's what happened. I moved from a house into this house, but I'm here now in this house. I'm not there anymore. I'm here now. I've already moved through all the consciousness there and I'm here now. So in this house, so what came with me? My physical body came with me, which is my real house, my home. But just to make it easier if you take a house and there's all these things in the house, there's a couch, there's a fridge, there's all these things that you've put there to make it beautiful, carpets, closets, water, electricity, lights, all of that's in the house. So if you then, I remember when I moved, I packed all of that up. I only take a few things, the rest I didn't take with me. But if you take all that up, take all of that out of the house is empty, but the essence of the house is still there. It's not the house is not defined by what's in it, because that can be taken out and removed. So what if you do the same with the inside of your body, your home? And just take all that which doesn't bring you joy anymore out. Just take it out to remove it. So I'm speaking metaphorically. Just remove that. I'm not saying if there's a emotion that's still there, put it in the box and put it away and don't look at it. That's not what I'm saying. That's something different. Just imagine for a moment that you are everything that you feel is standing in the way of fully being in the fullness and the wholeness of the sovereignty of your heart field. That which is not there, just remove it out of your body and return to the natural flow that's within you, always been, always will. And remember that even your body can be removed, but your heart field and your sovereign essence and soul's expression will always remain there. So therefore, you're also not defined by your body. So if you take your clothes off and you take everything out of the house, what is left is still you. And that's what I'm sharing. For all of us to remember that we are eternal, ever present, sovereign beings of light in unity with our divine mother father. So that is awareness, being aware of self as a sovereign heart field, your sovereign essence, your unique blend of the qualities we inherited from our divine mother father, and the emanation of that into all. That is who we are. So the awareness of that. So that's A. Then B is being that. So the beingness of that in every now moment, being that. And if I just hear the word beingness, what immediately moves through me when I express the word beingness is the bountifulness and the boundlessness and the beauty that comes from that through beingness. So as we stand in the center of our awareness and our beingness, in all dimensional directions simultaneously, full of that, filled with that, flowing through us, circulating through us, through here, all of the time, breathing that, being that. Then we are no longer defined through the lens of dimensional matrix, because we know we are all that liquid essence, the sovereignty thereof. We are the whole, always here now. There is no boundaries, because what does a line do? Hooks, 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 those four-dimensional lines, it creates a boundary. And as soon as there's boundaries, the wholeness is not there. You like the slice of the cake. So there's in our emanation of our true nature, and the sovereignty of that, there's no boundaries. So we're not bounded by any boundaries. We are boundless. And that sovereign essence and the boundlessness of it is bountiful. So all that ever was, all that ever will be, it's just all here now. So our bounty is our bountifulness is the gnosis of who we are. That moment when we were all conceived in the womb of the cosmos of our Divine Mother Father, and we as children, that sovereign essence with all our qualities that emanates out into our heart fields, through our heart fields, in unity with our divine parents. Always, there's no, can't be without that. Why is that? In that, that is our beingness, without all the other things. And it's how to in every now moment remember that and let it fill our whole body. Because we are now here as these boundless beings that's emanating out through the vehicle of our body, so that we can share that which is that which is flowing through, circulating through, emanating out, being birthed through this boundless and bountiful and ever so beautiful and exquisite sovereign essence of who we are. And that's pure awareness, pure beingness. A, B, C. And C is consciousness. Consciousness. All of it. Not again the levels of unconscious, subconscious, conscious, superconscious. And although I have shared in one of my previous transmissions that there is all of that, as soon as I saw these lines of dimensions and cutting off the pie, I realized, but in doing so, there's also, cutting the consciousness into 4 slices. Unconscious, subconscious, conscious, superconscious. No, it's all one consciousness. The wholeness, the oneness cannot be divided into anything. No lines, no divisions, no boundaries. It's one. And therefore, the sea of consciousness is also the sea of the cosmos, is also the sea of creation, creator, creativity. And it's all boundless and bountiful. And it's all in the center. It's always with us. And this heart field emanates out through the whole cosmos. And we simultaneously the whole cosmos. I don't know why, what just came into my awareness is when I now think about being in London, my awareness is moving to London and it's moving out of me to London. So it's a part of me that moves out there, but I'm doing that awareness is here. So that the awareness of me then being in London and walking in the streets, going into a cafe, sitting down, having a croissant, that is a story being created that I'm identifying with and giving energy to. I'm not there. Many other people are there now, and they are there in their fullness and wholeness. And there's other animals and plants and crystals and minerals. And that is where the it's like when you're in a dream also. When you're dreaming, you are creating that picture that I just created about London. You can create that in your dream when you sleep also. See yourself sitting walking in the streets of London, walking into a cafe, having a croissant. That you can also dream about that. Is that real? It's a reality being created by giving energy to it. But it happens here. So the energy comes from here. I'm then the source of that I'm creating. But it takes me out of my center. And I'm not that story either. I'm only here now in the whole heart field that is a field just like you. If this physical expression of me now move out of this room, I'm leaving the room behind, but I'm not leaving me behind. This body, where my consciousness is anchored and your consciousness is anchored. It's in your body. It's your body becomes the vehicle, and there where your body goes, you always go with your body. The body's not there walking by itself. There where you are, here now, is where the wholeness and fullness and the essence and the center of your presence is. And we can go to London and we can go to all these different places and have all these different experiences. But we always return home. Which is the soulscape of your being inside of this body of yours and mine and all the bodies, is where we take residence in, reside in full up. Put our awareness on where we be in the beingness of who we are, in the consciousness of being creators, all of the creation within us, and creatively giving expression to that that's within our home, within our home. Always return home. Because here is where that center and essence of your heart field is grounded in. The source of who we are. The deepest place of grace. The eternal, ever present. Here and now. In this body. And you carry your home everywhere you go. And all that you've remembered within you, all of it, the unification with our Divine Mother Father, God, Sophia, Goddess, Divinity, all of that. And all of that oneness, wholeness, fullness. Our awareness, our beingness, our consciousness, the ABC of sovereignty. The seeds of sovereignty that we are, the sovereign compass of our being. We take that with us everywhere we go, in every moment. The now moment, the next step, there I am. And the next step, there I am. The next breath, here I am. All of me. The source of all love, the deepest love that comes out of the primordial womb of our Creator, expressed as light, flowing and circulating, bringing us into being, to remember that. Here and now. And to make it playful and light, to be in the joy and the beauty and the excitement of that. Go inside, go within your soulscape. Imagine these rooms. Put the things that you love in your room just the way you love it. Draw some pictures and put it on the walls within you. Clean it, pack it up, throw out that which no longer serves. Start anew. There's no right or wrong way. It's your soulscape to create with just what you want to. And then knowing that you are doing it with and as and through the unified presence of your Divine Mother, Father, always there, can't be separated from you. It's one field. And our Divine Mother, Father, always there for us, with us, through us, as one. Always loving us. Even if the room is a little bit untidy. Just make it tidy again. And be in the curiosity of what you can create, just what you want to. A place of grace where you want to reside in. As little things or as many things as you want to. It's yours to create with what you want to, whatever you want to experience. In your field of consciousness. In your beingness, through your awareness of the gnosis of who you are. In the here and now. And so it is. Okay, let's just ground that. And I'm very aware that it is um, a very simplistic, playful way to share this. I'm very aware of it. And I'm equally aware that as the collective consciousness of humanity is awakening and ascending into this truth of who they are, this remembrance of the wholeness and the fullness in the center of the ever-present here and now. There is two things. There's, first of all, support that is available to them. Because that's what I needed. I remember when I needed support, simple, plain support. And the most simplest way for me now is the ABC, as I saw it this morning, ABC of sovereignty. That the emphasis is on sovereignty, because that's just the essence of creation. But the ABC just makes it so easy and joyful and playful. As we support others as the leaders and stewards and guardians of this that we know is the one thing, is the as support to the collective ascension. But then secondly, the sovereign witnessing. The sovereign witnessing. I remember there was many moments where, as I was awakening to the truth, the whole truth and the fullness thereof, of who I am and who we all are. All that I heard was, oh, but just do it this way, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. I've done it, that, all these, and I'm thinking, but I don't, it's too much. I need one step at a time. What's the first next step? The first next step. I wanted to remember, to hang on to something, to bring me back. When I moved out, bring me back to awareness. As I moved into the future, bring me back to awareness. As I moved into the past, bring me back to awareness. And maybe that's why it's so simple to remember. Awareness, beingness, consciousness. The awareness, the ever-present now, here and now. Awareness. Beingness, the bountifulness, the bounteousness, and the beauty thereof in the beingness, and then see the consciousness, creator, creativity, creation, and the coherence of that in the center. And the beauty of it all, what I'm realizing more and more, the beauty of it all is you don't have to go and walk around in the past or future and figure things out and what is it. Really all will just show up for you wherever you go. It will be there, that to be seen and remembered, to be a witness of. It will be there. And just maybe one last thing for now is, how do you know you're not here now? Pure beingness in the center of your consciousness. How do you know that? As soon as something appears that can pass, because that's not who you are, and therefore you're out of here. So everything that you not are takes you out of your center, and you're therefore not present. For example, what can pass? This glass can pass by here. This thought can move through. This emotion can come up and flow back into as it dissolves. This picture, I can take it off now and move it somewhere else. All of those things that can move through your field, where you then put your awareness on, all of that is the sign or the signal to remember, to remind you that you're out here now. Even this glass, I'm now saying it's moving through the field, but if it's not forever going to stand here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to drink the water, and the water is going to be gone. So although I do that in the present moment, it's not who I am. It's something that's being experienced. But that which is not being experienced in the eternally so, that takes you out of now and takes you into these cuts. And that for you is the signal, the tip. and to be witnessed. Not, oh my goodness, now I'm again in this, yeah, having this. No, just to the awareness of it, to bring it back. It's always there. Hello, back. Okay, I think enough said. Okay, so let's just take a moment to ground, a quick grounding into our beingness. You can gently close your eyes for this one and allow your awareness to move from the center of your beingness into the whole cosmos of your body. And as you move your awareness in this moment to the center of your heart, see yourself standing there, aware of all the liquid and the fullness thereof in your whole body, flowing through your heart into your whole body, filling up from your feet into your calves, knees, upper legs, bum, hips, stomach, the back of your stomach, into your heart, into your arm, your hand, your right arm, your hand, to your neck and your head, and see yourself simultaneously in the center of your heart, as well as the fullness and the wholeness of your whole body. So the liquid essence of the center of your heart now falls into your whole body. And be aware of yourself as this liquid, loving, sovereign essence of your whole body. Fold up with. Just be present to that. Almost a bathing in, knowing that you're the whole and fullness of all this water that's in your body, the plasma that's in your body, the liquid essence that's in your body. Ever present. So even when after this you move into the next moment and the next moment after that and the next moment after that, that where your feet are taking you, that is where this liquid presence and awareness of you are also going. And as you stand here in the center of your heart, aware of the presence and the ever-present nature of your sovereign essence, here and now, and just bring your awareness back to the center of your heart again. Just notice simultaneously how you're standing also in the center of each one of your 74 trillion cells. And be aware of yourself simultaneously also around all of the cells. And remembering you're all that you are. You are in the cell, around the cell, because your awareness is filled. And as you bring your awareness back to the center of your heart, for this moment, take away all the cells just for a moment. And as you take the cells away, and you take the organs away, you take the muscles away, and you take your bones away, just notice how you are still fully present in your whole body. This liquid essence, your heart fields, and the liquid nature thereof, filling your whole body, filling your whole home with the unified nature of our Divine Mother, Father, and us as children as one consciousness, as one field, as one awareness, as one beingness. This beautiful, bountiful, and boundless blend of that. Its nature being free from, its nature is freedom. Its very nature, our very nature is freedom. Our very nature is love. Our very nature is boundless, bountiful, and beautiful. Our very nature is sovereign. The source of this nature is here in the center of our sovereign essence that has filled our whole body. It is sovereign, it is noble. And you can only, in the here and now, have a direct experience of your true nature, ever present. You can't divide it into pieces. Oh, my arm has integrity. My left arm, my right arm has got freedom. My left leg has got beauty. My right leg has got freedom. No, it's all one liquid, living light field. One essence. It's all one. And your whole body and being is full and filled with this awareness, this consciousness, this ever-present love, grace, beauty. Sovereign, whole, eternally circulating through the cosmos of our being. Always have, always will, and only always in the here and now. And in this whole field, the fullness of that in your whole body, as you are grounding that consciousness in your body, we are the messengers, the channels, the conduits, the resonators of this to live lovingly in this here and now and emanating the gnosis of that out through all that we are continuously, coherently, in all dimensional directions, simultaneously as one. And through doing so, being a stable presence. So that we can not only support the collective ascension of humanity as the leaders and stewards and guardians of the gnosis of our being, but also to be a sovereign witness to all that is seemingly still in different dimensions or timelines, and be a witness to that as all in their own unique way, in their own moment of their now, also remember this truth and know it as their own. We are not here to teach and preach that to all. We are here to share that which we are guided to share and be the emanations of grace that we came here to be. You can slowly and gently open your eyes. As I was standing in my awareness, another image came to mind that also came earlier that I was just reminded to share that because I also remembered it was very powerful in the moment. And I just experienced it again. As you sit here in your full awareness, as your body stays here in this position like this, just notice your essence, your heart field and presence within yourself. As you're looking forward right now like that, just allow your whole awareness of your sovereign presence within you. Just turn around like that. So looking backwards. And just remember you all of that too. Because there's also consciousnesses that comes in through the back door, sneak in without us being aware. So be aware of the fullness and wholeness of your presence. So you're here simultaneously looking backwards, to the side, to that side, upwards and downwards. And all of that places, all of the time. So to start practicing in the here and now and every new now, how to flip around, all those until it becomes very natural. Full awareness, full presence, whole presence. It's easy just to look that way, this way. And as we stand in the present moment, in the center of our hearts, playing with the moving around, it's also from the center of our beingness, emanate this out to ground it into our home, to ground it everywhere in our home, ground it into solar system, all galaxies, all universes until we touch it to our cosmic body. And as you do, move awareness back and remember the weaving in and out. So it's moving this way, it's moving this way, it's moving this way. A, B, C, A, B, C. And so it is. I loved being with you. And thank you for being with me in the sharing of the A, B, and C of sovereignty, in the fullness and wholeness of the inner landscape, soulscape, our homes, in all dimensional directions simultaneously, and the awareness and the beingness and the consciousness of who we are. I love you dearly. I love you deeply, and I love you wholeheartedly. Till the next now.